How tough a decision do you think it's going to be for Dave Gettleman in New York to bring back Eli Manning?
Well, Eli Manning, the stats may lie. His stats were pretty good. We know that he checked the ball down a lot and didn't make a lot of big plays in the passing game when they were there. So the stats are deceptive as to what he could have done. I wouldn't have a problem bringing him back, but the conversation is, Eli, we may take a quarterback with our first pick. And, he may be the guy. And he may play at some point. So now, can you handle that? Can you be Kurt Warner with Eli Manning coming off the bench in the middle of the year when you're in, you got a winning record? Because that's where we are as a franchise. We got to think of the long term. I mean, that's the conversation I'd have with Eli Manning.
Would you bring him back?
I wouldn't be opposed to bringing him back. No, as long as we had that conversation, he understands that there could be a quarterback drafted one, and that quarterback could be starting at some point during the season. Can you handle that? That's what I have to hear.
Feels like he's got all the leverage too, right? I mean, he seems like he's got the leverage here. I mean, there isn't anybody on the Giants roster that looks like a franchise quarterback. I mean, Kyle Lauletta is okay. They don't have. I mean, this draft is not.
They don't have anybody.
Yeah, the draft's not even loaded with blue chip guys.
Right. How many games did they win this year? 4? Was it
8 and 23 in their last 2?
Leverage. Yeah, that's his leverage. A 4-win team. Okay. There was a famous 100 years ago. There was a player named Ralph Kiner. Okay, you know who Ralph Kiner is?
Baseball player, sure.
Baseball player, home run hitter. I think he led the National League in home runs like 6 or 7 years in a row, which is incredible. He's with the Pittsburgh Pirates, the last place team. When he went in for a contract, Branch Rickey said, "Well, it's very simple, Ralph." He says, "We're in last place with you. We can be in last place without you." So that's kind of where the Giants are on this one. So I don't think Manning has the leverage. I think it's whether the Giants want to just absolutely go blind into the offseason, into training camp with a quarterback, because they're sitting at a point where they may not get a quarterback at 6. And if they want one, they may have to trade up to get them. And that's going to cost. Because teams in front of them aren't going to look for quarterbacks. You got Jacksonville right behind you. You got a perfect scenario of Jacksonville and the Giants in competition to go up and get a quarterback.
Maybe Ralph Kiner needed Drew Rosenhaus to be his agent. Things might have turned out differently back then.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. So anyway, go ahead.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.